ISTQB Advanced Level Test Manager orientation session, basically session 2. We have done one session that is day before yesterday. So first of all, thanks everyone for joining the session 1 as well as session 2 today. Is there anyone who have not got a chance to attend the session 1, either did not go through the video here, who is joining for the first time? All right. Cool, I'll take that up. I'll just quickly recap the first 5 to 10 minutes and then see what best can be done. Session 2, I will keep it little short, like maybe like 20-25 minutes from my side, and I would like to happily assist on any questions that you have majorly, because the next we are going to start with the main sessions directly. All right, so with that, so the quick agenda that we had was like in session 1, to understand what is ISTQB is all about, then why it's important to be certified in general, and how ISTQB certification helps. What are the different levels of certifications that we have in ISTQB, like foundational level, advanced level, and then the final one is like expert level. And this orientation session and these sessions are going to be focused majorly on advanced level. And even in advanced, we have 3 different categories. Like we have test manager, technical analyst, uh, test analyst, basically technical test analyst and test analyst. And this is focusing on the test manager. And there is one more certification, like I have explained, if someone completes all the 3, like test analyst, technical test analyst, and test manager, they would be even getting a certification called complete advanced level certification. We did not get a chance to look at much on the K level, cognitive level questions for advanced level that we will be focusing on today. And then I'll also kind of show you based on the country that you are attending the session or based on the country that you want to take up the exam. So which are those country level websites that you have to go through and apply or enroll for the exam, and you can look at your upcoming dates. The validation of the certificate, there was a question from the session 1 that I've already covered. Like this is not like other certificates which you have to reappear every 3-4 years when the advanced version comes, like Java, Oracle, or any testing tool. It's not like that. This is one time. If you attend, it's a lifelong valid certification, be it a foundational level or be it an advanced level. All right, so that's a quick agenda for today as well. So okay, before we come to the K level questions, what I was mainly focusing on is like, let's take few more notes kind of thing so that it'll be easy for us. Sorry. So ISTQB Advanced, we're talking about whatever the test manager or test analyst or whatever it is. We're going to look at some of the criteria today. Like generally you will have a question like, who can attend this, right? Who can attend this certification? So this is generally, you might have a thought. The first point that we can think of is like, so they will expect somebody who has completed the foundation level. So that is the first criteria. Foundation level certified testers from ISTQB. So in case if somebody is already attending foundation level here with us or preparing on your own, so that's something more important. Do it like complete the certification first, because when you wanted to enroll for it, they might even expect you that you already have the certification. Somebody who has at least you know, 2 years of experience as well, because this is advanced level. So if someone has 2 years of experience in IT field, that too with respect to the software testing field, so they are the one generally who will take care of this. Anybody who wants to, like, aspire to take the career, take their career to the next level. When I say next level, it need not to be always promotion. Maybe like you are going to work with some multiple projects going forward, or you're going to like deal with the different clients, or maybe very specific assignment that is given to you. So if you wanted to be confident yourself, then also this kind of certification will help. Okay, there's a question from Anvai. I have 11 years of experience but not done with Foundation 2. From where can I start the ISTQB certification? Anvai, it won't take much time. So we have excellent training for Foundation level. Myself, I have done for the last 4 years. I've been doing it, and we have all the material that you can easily do it. And the pass rate was definitely more than 90 plus percentage of it. So if you have some time, my suggestion is like enroll for both as this is going on, because we generally do this ISTQB once in 6 months kind of stuff. So since the live is going on, I would recommend you to attend both. I think foundation level we have just completed, but that you can definitely go through videos. And we have a good question bank kind of thing that you can practice, so that the foundation level will be very easy. Uh, but very soon, like few days from now, we're going to start the advanced level live training. So my suggestion is like enroll for both, and I can definitely ensure that your foundation level will be achieved before start with the advanced. Anit, this is not session for load runner. This is basically for the ISTQB advanced level training. All right. So anybody who aspire to take the career to the next level, either with promotion to test manager, or maybe more challenging work. So this is typically set of people who would be generally attending for this certification. So any questions on the criteria? Because they consider this as kind of a maturity level, so they would expect someone to go take the foundation level first. And what are we going to do in this course basically? Like what is the benefit of taking this course? Now, let me tell you frankly, like for foundation level, there are n number of people who are offering the training. For foundation level, you can find maybe some other people who are equally providing, or maybe similar competitive field. But advanced level, there are very, very few trainers available in the market. There are very few trainings available in the market. So the kind of course that we have designed in such a way that we have designed to have details from the scratch for the advanced level, and we have clear material to hand over, material to hand over for each session that we're going to deal with it. I will be showing you the syllabus. Anyway, I did it in session 1, but I'll quickly glance through the session as well, the kind of syllabus that we have. And the best part is like we will have a quiz, or like a test at the end of each topic. At the end of each topic that we will have a quiz. Also, we will have a couple of mock tests few mock tests at the end of course, and we will hand over few question banks. Basically, this is like collected from various sources. This is not something that I'm saying prepare only this so that you'll get through. I'm not saying that, but definitely to guide you in the right direction for the exam. So we do have some question bank that will help you to prepare well. Definitely you'll be confident, like at least people who have tried before, and you know the complexity, or you know the kind of questions that are going to come. If I have to just explain you the questions, typically for so this all you can find it in ISTQB.org. If you go it under exam questions and the pass rate, you will be able to see this. For advanced level test manager, you will get number of questions 65, and the kind of time that you will have is 180 minutes, not like foundation level. Foundation level will have only 40 questions and you'll have 1 hour time, and then you have like, if you are going to write in not in the language that you are familiar, for example non-native language, if you're going to write, then you'll be having a 15 minutes of grace period. But typically 40 questions 60 minutes was the criteria for foundation level. In advanced level you will get like 65 questions, especially for test manager, and you'll have 180 minutes. So this is like number of people, global pass rate generally. For foundation level, little high because a lot of people uh, do it. And advanced level, the criteria is like, this is not a pass criteria. This is number of people at global level. How many people will complete? Okay. If you have any more questions on the exam, you can definitely look at here. The content of exam. What are the learning objectives? We're going to touch upon definitely what is a business outcome. So uh, like what is the outcome that we're going to have from. So the certification will have two advantages. One, for the company where you're taking up, even the companies will have a benefit, because based on the certification that you will have, they can even get more projects by introducing to the client that, hey, we have a test manager who is driving the projects, who is a ISTQB advanced level certified person. So even that will, because see, anything that done with the certification, there is an expectation that you'll do the things in a very structured way. So that's one of the reason why people even prefer somebody who have certified. So in case of advanced level, you can see test manager 65 multiple choice questions, duration is 180 minutes, and total marks is 115 that you will get. The passing score is, we need to get at least 75 points. It's not that every question will have an equivalent weightage. So there's a difference. We'll discuss as we get into the question types, but you need to score at least 75 points to get the certification. And again, unlike foundational level, so generally these are the different questions that we will see in ISTQB certification. One is K1 type of questions where you have to remember as it is, and then based on the remembrance you have to recognize the question, recall the question that you have practiced or learned, and simply answer it. There's nothing like you have to do analyze or give a reason or a compare, etc. That's a simple type of questions called K1 type of question. I'm sorry, but that's only be available in foundation level. So you won't find a single question in advanced level from K1. In advanced level, all the questions will be from K2, K3, and K4. So what is K2? Basically, you have to understand the question, you have to explain, in fact you have to give reasons, and then you may need to compare with other set of answers that we have, and then you have to summarize. It's not all it's not descriptive questions when I say all this, but these are the things you have to do in order to derive the answer from the multiple choice questions. So one good thing is it's all multiple choice, no negative marking, but you cannot just look at one answer and say, hey, this is the answer and I want to put it. You have to look at other three answers, and you have to give reasons like, why cannot be the other one, and then you have to derive at the correct answer. K3 type of questions will be like, we'll be learning various concepts as we go. Could be related to maybe test estimation technique, or maybe related to a metrics collection related one, or maybe related to one of the best process that you wanted to adapt being a test manager for your team. So you need to apply a concept or a technique for the given context and then derive the answer. So that is like K3. K4 requires a lot of analysis. So from advanced level, you'll find only questions from K2, K3, and K4, definitely not from K1. So you can see like the following K levels are addressed: K2, K3, K4. Okay, that's more on the from the website. And just for the people who have not attended the first session, I'll show you the syllabus that what you can get. Okay, there's a question I have to start. Then do I need to start from? Yeah, if you have, okay, on the same Anvai. Yeah, as I suggested you. No. I'll show you like 1 second, please. So this is a picture, keep it in mind. And we are talking about this core competencies. There are some special competencies like agile related, and there are some special competencies related to non-functional testing also. So in the core competency, the first is to get the foundation level. Once you get the foundation level, then you can go into any of these: test manager, test analyst, technical test analyst. Once you get, then you can go for expert level. So since we're dealing this live as a test manager course, and we have just completed the foundation level, which is like very recent, my suggestion is like, if you're anyway plan to appear and aspire to take the ISTQB, the suggestion is to take both, and first go and attend all the sessions, parallelly attend the test manager sessions which are going to start very soon, then appear for this exam, and then you can give some like 1-2 weeks gap, prepare well, and appear for this. Since you already have 11 years of experience, probably if you would have little lesser experience, I would have suggested to go with this first, and then maybe like and a year later or down the line, you could have gone for this. But 11 years is like it's a good time to get into any of these based on your interest. Maybe you wanted to become a technical test analyst or a test analyst. You must be already a test analyst by now, kind of test lead by now. If you wanted to get into test manager, then directly you can appear, because as soon as you're done with this, you can take up this. This is clear, Anvay? All right. Yeah. So this is about the cognitive level of questions. I'm sorry. Yeah. So this is about what is the benefit? Like, you'll be more confident uh, for appearing certification once you complete the training. So that's definitely the advantage. And if we have to say who are the different people generally will be taking it, so like from the previous experience or previous designations, so there are many different designations in an organization. So again, if I have to explain, probably, or I can tie it up with the first, who can attend the certification. I can also say, like, from roles point of view, anybody who has designated as testers. It could be like, in your designation, maybe test lead, or you may be already working as a test manager. But now that you're going to look at the things very differently once you have the certification, because we're going to learn in a very structured way how you should do the test planning or strategy for your team. Or you are not going to do it, but when your test leads does the test planning and strategy, you are definitely one of the core reviewer, and you have to provide, identify where they're not able to think through properly and what kind of risks that they are going to get in. So all that is a responsibility of a test manager, because if some project gets into trouble, of course, test lead is a primary, but more than that, like, even test manager will have a responsibility. So that's why you need to encourage proper review mechanism for every deliverable that is going to happen within the organization, like be it a test plan, test cases, test scenarios, automation code, even encourage a strong defect triage meeting. So all that we're going to learn it through in a very structured way. So that's why even test managers can take this up. Anybody, like, even if at all you have been named as software development and engineering test, you can take that up. Or if you have named like, test consultant, you can do that. Even software developers. So there are some companies which they are encouraging software developers to go and take this, at least the foundation level, if not the manager level, because when you go through all these concepts very in detail, right? So even the developer will get an idea about what software testing is all about in detail. So when he is writing the code, he can also think from testing angle. He can also think from what are the different possible test scenarios and cases, and what are the different functional, non-functional testing. So even some companies will encourage software developers in their organizations to go and take it up. If somebody is working at the user acceptance testing level, if you have any, you may be having like a user acceptance test role. You're working actually from the client side, even you are the best one to take it. There are some people who have been working as test project managers. They might give importance to the PMP, project management certification, but at the same time, they have to be working on the core testing side. So even having this will help, for them to be successful in test management role. All right, that's one of them. And any questions so far? Any questions that you have in the mind so far? Okay, what would be the course duration? So again, everything is prescribed from ISTQB. It's not something that we can decide. Like for example, yeah, to answer your question straightforward, it will come around 25 sessions. But how we arrive at that is also totally based on what is recommended. So if I go to certificate advanced level, and if you go into the any of the area, so these are the topics that they have that we have to go through. This is what we're going to learn overall the course. From a testing process perspective, I have drilled down in each of the topic, kind of did a little bit more details in session one. So please do watch session one video. like what we're going to do from a testing process perspective, test management perspective, reviews perspective, defect management, improving the test process. So you cannot really rely on the single process for the different projects that you're going to work for different clients. And even in over a period of time, like we have seen in the recent how the trends have changed from a traditional waterfall model to the agile transformation to test driven development, acceptance test driven development, behavior driven development. So as a test manager, you should be familiar with all the changes that are coming up in the industry, and you should be able to adopt the best practices for your team as well. So improving the test process is a core and main responsibility of the test manager. And what kind of, so we're going to learn practically like what kind of challenges that will happen when you're trying to implement some process change, be it with respect to the limitations that you have in your organization with respect to the resources, the time constraints, the kind of projects that you're dealing with. In spite of all that, if you feel there is a benefit, then you have to drive all these things. So the biggest problem is like motivating the people towards change. All that we are going to learn it practically. And even tool selection criteria is going to be a major um, core responsibility being a test manager. So of course, analyzing the tools, coming up with the POC is the test analyst or technical test analyst role. But finally, the decision factor, but ask right questions and whether we are going to get the right return on investment, on what basis they have come to this conclusion. So reviewing, taking the decision is all lies with the test manager. And another very important aspect is definitely on the people skills. So how do you deal with every individual? Every individual is different. Every individual will have different, interests to work on, their passions. You need to consider, and you have to motivate. And some of them may be always looking for a very challenging work, and you may not have all the time with you. So how do you motivate them? What are the different team dynamics? Fitting the testing within an organization, motivating them, the communication channel that you have among the testers and all the stakeholders that you're going to deal with it. So definitely there'll be one aspect on the stakeholder management, how you're going to deal with immediate development team that you're going to closely work with, project management team, user acceptance testing team, clients. So by doing this, what is going to happen is that you will be in a definitely better way of planning, estimation, execution of the project, good practices for defect triaging, and encouraging. Like you don't wait for a builder to come for your team for the testing. You'll start making the team to think from the requirements level itself when the project is in the user story phase or like initial phase itself. You'll encourage the team to think from a testing angle, asking questions, right questions, so that we'll be in a better shape when it comes for the build available. There are a lot more techniques that you're going to employ or you're going to suggest before even the build is available for the testing team. Uh, Maybe like test driven development where you expect the testing team to write the test scenarios and cases first and give it to the development team, and the development team can actually write the code based on them so that you'll have less number of defects when you find it. And there are a lot of interesting metrics that we're going to discuss, like defect removal efficiency, to identify, or basically even to measure the performance of your team and what kind of defects that they are identifying. So metrics is going to be one of the major role. So you can have a quick, if you can download this, you'll get a little bit more details on how much time we should spend across each of this topic. And that comes total of all these topics together will come around 2000 minutes. And we are planning to take around 90 minutes of each session. So it will come around roughly uh, 25 sessions, 25, 26 sessions. Okay. I'll just show you the first topic. like this. So they will give you, from a test management topic perspective, you should spend about 750 minutes. And what kind of questions will come? K4, K2 questions majorly, and few on the test documentation side, there will be few K3 questions. And similarly, from estimation point of view, there will be K3 questions. So we'll have to look at in a very closed manner what they are suggesting. Otherwise, we'll be slightly deviating from the exam pattern. So that's the learning is going to be. Is it clear, Anvay? To answer your question, it will be like you can definitely put 30 days for the foundation level and 30 days for the advanced level preparation and thinking about for the exam, appearing for the exam. All right, any other questions? So this is complete details. Of course, it's only a bulletin points, and we can refer to many other textbooks that are available in the market in case if you wanted to prepare for any of these topics. But like, I'm just coming up with a full-fledged document that will have all the details about each of the topic. And all those points are taken from prescribed from ISTQB. So will be each bulletin point will require around 5 to 10 minutes of good explanation, so that we'll understand it better with the real experience of what's happening in the industry, as well as the experience. It will be more of an interactive question. So because most of you would be having at least 3 to 4 years of experience, so it's not like foundation level only one directional that I will be just giving the concepts and you will be learning it. Rather, I would like to make it as an interactive, because one or two cases that I might have not seen that you have really seen in your organization, and how it's going to be deviating from the expected answer. So we'll be making it more and more interactive. So if I have to just say like, what are the abilities that you're going to acquire by doing the certification, I have covered it in the previous explanation, but you'll be having ability or confidence to deal the overall testing goals and strategy for the system that you are implementing, or maybe for the projects that you're working on. So you will have uh, a very good like idea about how you should go for the planning, and you will be accurate, or at least nearly accurate on the plan, the schedule, and you will have a better way of tracking the tasks for for your team. So you'll come up with maybe a good reporting or metrics collection, so that at any point of the time when your management asks, or when your client asks, you will have all the data in hand. Like, this is what I'm talking about, the metrics point of view. So you'll have all that in hand to track it, and you'll be going with more data points rather than concepts, and say like, we have implemented this. And a lot of other things like changing the process, implementing good review techniques, or some of those we are going to happen. All right, so have a glance through this syllabus when you have time, before we start with the main sessions, because we're going to have each of this topic discussed in detail. And the other thing that finally that I want to touch upon is, I've already talked about the validity, but it's lifelong valid. But I'm just going to touch upon, if you are from a different country, you should go for, we can actually find it from here. Go to ISTQB Worldwide, and you can find out your local member board based on the country that you are want to take the exam. It's all online. You don't need to go to, of course, you have to go to a Prometric center, but it's not like you don't need to really go to a center and take it as like manual kind of thing. You have to go to some prometric center. Even though it's online, you cannot just take it from your home. So you have to go to a prometric center. There are designated centers in every country, and then you have to appear for this exam. So depending on the country where you are in, maybe if you are in Luxembourg, you can take this up. If you are in Kenya, you can take this up. Indian can take this up. So, and this is the website that you have to go through. And depending on what you want to take it up, so ISTQB Advanced Test Manager. Again, the syllabus, what we have seen there, the same thing you can download. Few sample questions that you can download from here if you want, but otherwise anyway, we will be discussing them in detail. So this is more like giving an idea about how does the exam look like. And if you wanted to register, you will go for register, and then you will, if you want to find out the exam center locations, that you can find it from here. Similarly, every country will have its own website. People who have already attended foundation level and already appeared for it, I don't think I don't need to explain much. But for the people who are coming for the first time, and there are a few things under downloads. Definitely, there are a lot of glossary, lot of terminology that we are going to discuss, because even though the practical way of using certain things, for example, they'll say like test harness or test bed or test environment. So the kind of regular usage of those words may or may not be very practical in the organization, but still you have to know them from the examination point of view. So we'll be discussing a lot of uh, glossary and the terms that are very familiar with the test management. All right, so that's pretty much from the orientation session point of view. So please go through orientation session 1 as well to get more familiar. And then soon we'll be starting up with the sessions. That will take about 20 to 25 live sessions, followed by 3 mock tests that we're going to have. So you can put it like full 30 days of time, leaving the weekends and everything. So that is sufficient for you to prepare for the test management point of view. Okay, there's one more question from where can I see the first recording of your session, ISTQB? Okay, so at the end of this session today, you all will be again received an email as well as with the links from session 1 and session 2. But otherwise, by now, you could find it in anywhere. Maybe if you just go and type in YouTube, our video should have been already there, and all the social networking sites like Facebook. Just go and type iTeLearn in the Facebook, should be there. Twitter, LinkedIn, should have been there all the places now. But otherwise, don't worry. At the end of this today's session, you will again receive an email with both session 1 and session 2 links. How about others? Can I assume that you have attended the session 1 and don't have much questions, because I have seeing only Anvai, who is attending today, definitely has. I think it shows me that he is already clear in his mind that he wants to take up the exam. So the questions are like pretty clear. It's coming in that like, okay, what I should do this next. Please put your questions in the chat. So I'm happy to assist you in the next 10 minutes that we have. If anybody is appearing from India, you can go to Indian Testing Board. and you can find out all the details, advanced level exam dates, the procedure. The same syllabus that we have just gone through will be available here, and a couple of downloads. And if you wanted to, there you have seen it as a register. Here it's an enrollment. And let's see what is there here. Maybe the, okay. So from India, they are maintaining all the people's names. See, at the end of this, you will be awarded with a certificate, which you can definitely have it in your profile. You can add it to your career profiles like LinkedIn, professional networks like LinkedIn, everywhere. And in case if somebody wants to have a copy, even they will maintain the names here, so that you can get it. And if still anybody has not aware of the importance of ISTQB, it is worldwide recognized. Even though it's a like if you wanted to still understand basically who they are and what they are, there'll be one slide which I usually do it only for foundation level because most of the people are not familiar with what is ISTQB. So you can go through from the summary slides, you'll get more idea. In case if you're still not familiar with who is this ISTQB and what is this. So it's an international software testing qualifications board. I generally start from here for the foundation level. Yes, definitely. Like that's what I started for the advanced level. Foundation level is important. It's required. By the way, this is Shankar. So my name is Shankar. I'm currently working as in the transition role for the manager, which I'm already been playing the role for like 3 years, and I myself certified test manager. So, and I have an experience of close to 15 years in software testing industry. When it comes to training, I have around 12 years. Deal with both foundation level. That's okay. You can please go through the session 1 and session 2. This is session 2 what we're dealing today, but you definitely go to session 1 as well to get more idea. But your answer question, yes, foundation level is required. So I do take care of not just the certification training, but I do take care of automation training, manual QA training that iTeLearn, and I've been associated for about 3 years now. What kind of course material do we get from this? So, like as I told you, a complete handbook of all the topics that we have just looked at in the syllabus. It's all through kind of a interesting to read off as a bulletin points, not like a big paragraphs. And each bulletin point requires a good explanation either through a diagram or through an example. That's what we're going to learn here. But what is handed over to you is all the points, and so that when you go for anywhere you're traveling, you just have that copy in hand and you can start looking at those notes. And when you look at those points, the examples that we discussed, the kind of points, the data points that we discussed, the metrics that we discussed will roll up in your mind basically. And all the questions at the end of every topic, grand mock tests, etc. So it's a non-profit association. It's founded in 2002. Even though it's headquartered in Belgium, so it's worldwide recognized, has its own constitution, rules, and regulations. There are different volunteers, experts from worldwide who came and designed this ISTQB. Okay, yeah, now that we have few minutes, I can go back, but definitely you need to watch the session 1 and session 2 definitely. Like those are the things that I've just walked through. But as soon as you go, his question is like, if I wanted to take all 3 levels, so can I start with one or etc. So this is the picture, just keep that in mind. So this is how you have to go through. Under the core category, you have to take foundation level first, and then you have in advanced these three, and then you have expert this. So we are talking about right now advanced level test manager. Uh, Last week we have completed this foundational level training, and there are close to 20 people who have attended and planning to take the certification. And I've been doing this for about 3 years, so we have the pass rate of 90 plus people, 90 plus percentage. So there, we've just completed last week. So in case if you have not foundational level, so you can take this step, right? This is a good summary to understand what is their mission, etc. It's basically worldwide recognized, and what is the value that you're going to get. And you can go through some of these benefits. This is a self-study summary, so I'm not really spending time there. And what are the benefits that you will get it for the professional? So international recognition of competencies and skills, and you're authorized to use this certified tester logo, ISTQB certified logo, and yep, definitely a special recognition in the market. And you can see how people are kind of recommending who have completed and who are recommending to their colleagues. And there are benefits to the companies as well. So that's why even some companies will reimburse the exam fee structure for the people who go successfully complete it. So it promises a higher level of reliability of the applications being developed. Consulting companies with certified staff can offer higher level services to customers, increasing revenue and brand value that we discussed in the beginning. So these are all coming from the survey results taken from both the individuals who have appeared for the exam as well as the companies who are encouraging to go for it. All right. Any other questions? Okay, the fees is kind of different from country to country. So you have to go into that particular web. Uh, like as I told you, you have to go to this here and you can look at exam date, procedures. Maybe let's see in the FAQs if I have. The questions and the this is all same. Is there any negative marking? There's no negative marking. The examination fee for reappearing. Okay, there must be a new one. So when reappearing, we'll have this 2,862 in INR. The main exam will be hardly like 6 to 7,000. It will be definitely more than that because 50% they will give a redemption. So I'll look into the latest fee structure, and then probably we can discuss that in the session one itself. And in US, it will be around. I remember foundation level. I remembered because we have done it. I had to recently look at that. It's close to $100. I think around $130. Yeah, because we have audience from different countries, so I've not really. All I wanted to show is this internal site so that you can drill down a little bit more and you can figure it out. If not, I can help you if you're not able to find that. Let me know which country that you're planning to attend so that I can help you in that. India, okay. So it'll be around 7 to 8,000 max. I can definitely point you to the exact numbers. The foundation level is around 5,000. So comparative to the other, right, like CSTE and other exams. So those are like pretty costly, and that's why people also first would like to take it up this and start working, especially for foundation level. And once they gain some experience, they want to take it up those. And there are a lot of companies who will reimburse it once you start working, be it for CST or be it for your advanced level ISTQB. So you can check with your organization as well, like is there a reimbursement for the exam with your manager? And some companies will do that. All right. So with that, we're winding up this session 2 today. And as I said, like we'll get back to you with an email on the session 1 and session 2 within few hours from now. All right. Thanks everyone for attending. See you soon in the live sessions that we're going to start. Thank you.